Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing good. I am your social studies teacher Lyris Sunny, and today we are going to continue our previous lesson, population. But before we start our class for today, let us quickly revise that what we have done in our last class. We have learned about population, that all of the members of one species that live in the same area is called a population, right? Then we have learned about migration, that what is migration? It is the movement of a person or a group of people to settle in another place, often across a political or administrative boundary. Migration can be temporal or permanent, and it may be voluntary or forced. Immigration is when people move out to new places, and the migrants involved are called immigrants. Then we have learned about census, right? And what is the purpose of a census is that to collect information about the number of people living in a country, but also to identify the age, sex, languages spoken, nationality, occupation and possessions, etc. of those people. You can see in the pictures, these are the informations which government people collect for the purpose of census. Okay? Then we have learned about population density, right? That population is equals to number of people and density is equals to land area. The population density of a place is the number of people who live there per square mile. A place with a high population density has many people living there per square per mile. A place with low population density has a few people living there per square mile. I have given you all the examples here and I have explained you all as well, right, in the last class. I hope you all remembered about this. Now we are going to start our class for today. Today we are going to study about overpopulation and what are the problems created by this. So let's see what is population. Overpopulation, the main reason for rapid growth of human that cause overpopulation is the increase in food supply and better health. Overpopulation is suggested to cause several environmental problems. Population causes overpopulation obstacles, that is dangerous for economic development, lower per capita income, means the population is higher, means the members are the amount of the members are too much, but the income which we get is less. Okay, then low rate of saving, problems for education sector, housing problems, food shortage, population and capital formation, unemployment, population and environment. Now let's see the high cost of living. as difference between demand and supply continues to expand due to overpopulation, it raises the prices of various commodities, including food, shelter, and healthcare. This means that people have to pay more to survive and feed their families. We can buy everything from the markets, right? But nowadays people prefer supermarkets, right? And from there we can get anything, whatever we want to buy, right? So what is commodities? Commodities means the things which we use in our normal day life, right? We can get food, vegetables, fruits, and any household items from the supermarkets, but the prices are so high that some people can afford it and some cannot buy it because they depend on daily wages, right? The poor people can't afford too much, so what they do, they buy normally every day, they buy the things to eat, right? Then comes the poor nutrition. Because of the high population, the poor nutrition is there. People in Pakistan gets poor diet, which affects their health and working capacity. It reduces the per capita income, which is the sign of population explosion. Means the food which we get, it is not that healthy because of the dirty water, right? And because of the poor diet, that affects our health and our working capacity, right? We cannot do too much of work, we feel dizzy, we feel tired, we don't have that much energy that our body needs, right? Then we have the problem which we face the most is the shortage and the wastage of food because of the overpopulation. But I must say that don't waste food, because it is very disheartening to know that people in Pakistan, people fill up their plates but eat little, and thus are totally wasting the food, but never bother themselves to provide this food to the poor. It has been discovered that 40% of food is wasted in parties in Pakistan, right? Whenever we go to any weddings or any of the programs, what people usually do, they fill up their plates with food, and when they can not eat, what they do, they waste it, and that wastage of food is wastage of money as well, right? So however, what you have to do is that don't waste food. Use that much food, take that much food only that you need to have, okay? And if you finishes that, and if you need more, you can take it another time. That will help in not wasting the food, right? Pakistan ranks as a country with serious hunger level. According to a report, 40% of food in Pakistan is wasted. 36 million tons of food is wasted in Pakistan every year. 43% of the country's citizens remain food insecure, and 18% are facing a severe shortage. Then we have too much of traffic in our country just because of the overpopulation, As the population increases, the vehicles also increases on the roads, right? And because of this problem, we cannot reach anywhere on time, right? Because the roads are filled up with cars and other vehicles, and we are not able to move until and unless the traffic moves faster, right? Just because of the traffic jam, we cannot reach anywhere on time, right? Then sewerage problems. Sewerage problems is the main problem in Pakistan nowadays. Just because of the overpopulation, the families rates are high, and that is the main reason that sewerage problems created, right? So what we have to do is to use less water. That helps us in saving the water as well. As much as we waste the water, that gives a problem in the sewerage problems, right? It creates sewerage problems. Then is the electricity problem, which is also known as load shedding. Pakistan facing the serious energy crisis at this time. Pakistan as third world developing country affected a lot by this energy crisis in the world. The major issue is electric crisis, which is now known in the people as load shedding. Pakistan's small manufacturing markets are worst affected by the rise of energy prices. The bills are getting higher and higher every day, and because of the load shedding, people uses generators and UPS at their places, at their homes, right? And some use the solar systems. Then is the sui gas problem. This is also a major problem that people of Pakistan is facing. Due to this problem, people buy food from outside or use gas cylinders to fulfill the need of food. Then the last major problem is that unemployment in Pakistan. If we don't have job, we don't have money, right? And if we don't have money, how we can live? So unemployment is also a major part in the overpopulation. Now this is the major problem regarding unemployment in Pakistan, is uncontrolled growth of population. The population of Pakistan is increasing at very high rate this time. According to the statistical, the population of Pakistan is increasing at the rate of 2.2%. Just because of the overpopulation, the people are too much, right? And we don't have such employments. People are moving here and there like this only because they don't have jobs. If they go out to find a job also, they cannot find the job. As due to COVID-19, many of the people lost their jobs, and now this time when they are finding the job, they cannot get it, and that is the major problem nowadays. Then the Pakistan population density. The density is the number of people per unit area, per square mile, and per square meter. I have explained all this in the previous part, right? Factors affecting population density is physical, relief, climate, soil, water supply, natural vegetation, etc. Then human also, economic, political and social problem. This picture shows the population of the different provinces as percentages of the total population of Pakistan. Although Punjab is the largest Punjab has the more than half of the population, that is 50%. Okay, then Sindh has about a quarter, 23% of population. KPK means Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has less than 1/5, about 14 to 15% of population there. And Balochistan is the largest province of Pakistan by area, but only 5% of population lives there. Okay. Then people can choose which province to live in. There are many reasons why people prefer to live in the province rather than another. Some of them are: my family lives in this province as many factories here provide jobs, right? Many of the people likes to live on the place where they like to have or to live, because they think that they can get better jobs there. Then this girl is saying that my family lives in the province because there are good health and education facilities. Many people think that their children can get a very nice education there, so that is why they decided to shift that in that province. Then this boy is saying, our family moved to this province because there is peace here. People do not fight with each other. Some of the people think that because of this, they want peaceful areas. That is why they live there. They like to live there. Then we are farmers. We live here because the land is very fertile and there is plenty of water. We can grow crops. These people think because they are farmers and they like whatever they place, like Punjab, for example, Punjab you can say, they think that there is plenty of water and they can grow good crops there, right? Then this lady is saying, we live here because the climate is not extreme here. Why the old age people think this? Like for example, we can say Karachi. Karachi is a province where everyone can live easily. Sindh. In Sindh, people can live easily because the climate is not extreme, means it's not too cold, it's not too hot. In Karachi especially. So people the old age people mostly prefer those areas where the climate is not extreme. Then we have lived in this province since the time of our great grandfathers. Some people live in a particular province just because of their great grandfathers, means the forefathers. Okay. This is all for today and I hope you all have understood it, though it's a bit lengthy today, but I hope you all have understood about population and overpopulation and the factors. Okay, this is all for today. Now let's see the home task. What you have to do is, question number 1, Name 5 major problems which Pakistan is facing due to overpopulation. Question number 2. Why is population density not the same in all the provinces? This is the slide in which I have shown you all the map, and the other slide with that. In that slide you can see the answer of question number 2. Okay. Then question number 3 is do exercise 2 on page 13 in the book and then in the copy. That is the fill in the blanks. You have to do it in the book first. You can take help from your lesson and then do that exercise, the solved exercise, full fill in the blanks in the copy. Okay. Then draw or stick pictures of the following in your social studies copies. That is food shortage, shortage of water, too much traffic, and electricity problem. Either you can draw the pictures or you can take out the pictures, the printouts of the pictures of the following pictures, and cut it and paste it in your copy according to the headings, right? You have to do all the homework given to you from the first lesson till the present in your copies. Marks will be given to you on the basis of your homework and activities. Okay? Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.